Hello friends, I welcome you all to this platform of Navkar Digital Institute as well as Navkar Institute. I introduce myself as CA Vishal and the agenda for the today's session that we are going to discuss over here is that how to deal with the MCQ with regards to your international courses. How to deal with the MCQs with regards to international courses, friends. Yes, very important session. Let's try to have the understanding of the same. Before moving forward, that how to deal with the MCQs of the same, we need to understand and we need to be very much clear that international courses are adopting an approach. International courses are adopting an approach of conceptual clarity. Friends, there are many international courses which are available in the market like a US CPA, like a UK ACCA, like a US CMA and many others. Students are considering all the international courses as very easy course, no doubt they are. They are of the approach that sir only 4 papers are there, only 2 papers are there, MCQ questions will be there and it would be very easy for us to crack the same. That means at the back of the mind they are somewhat relaxed because quantity of papers are very less and the pattern is not descriptive pattern. But friends, try to understand one common scenario in the international courses. That friends, within a time gap of, and yes, time range is also very less, that some of the courses we are able to complete in a time span of 6 months, even in 1 month, even in 1 year, or some courses in a time span of maximum 2 to 3 years as the case may be, depending upon the length of the course, depending upon the criteria on which the courses are being based. So, benefits the students are taking into consideration: time span, number of papers, paper pattern, and yes. But friends, try to understand one thing. When you are being provided with, when you are being awarded with a globally recognized degrees, don't you think they would expect an expert level of knowledge from your side? They would expect an expert level of knowledge from your side. And that is the reason, friends, some of the students, even though having a great knowledge in the international courses, having a great vast experience in the international courses and a great type of conceptual clarity also, they are facing problems in the MCQs. The reason for them is that they somewhere lack in their conceptual clarity, friends. Basic fundamental of clearing your any international course is nothing but your conceptual clarity. Sir, are you talking about conceptual clarity of your respective subject or respective course? Sir, conceptual clarity we need in respect of your respective subjects, that is no doubt in that. But we should be very much clear also in respect to our interpretation skills. This is the main area where the candidates are being tested in the international courses. This is the main area where the candidates are being tested in the international courses, friends. Interpretation skill. Sir, we are very much clear about the respective subjects, then why the interpretation skills are still lacking with us? Friends, because first of all, we are not reading the question properly and we are reading the question in a hurried manner. That's why our interpretation skills are able to work in a lesser effective manner in that time. So friends, we need to very much clear about that when you are being given a globally recognized degree, which will pay you off in a very better manner in the coming future, they expect an expert level of knowledge from your side. Now, how the interpretation skills can be made somewhat better as compared to our today's situation? There are certain words which are being provided in your text also, in your study text, in your examination, whatever the case may be, you need to interpret those words properly. You need to interpret those words properly. If I take an example, friends, that if I use the word effective and if I use the word efficient, most of the students considers that these both words are one and the same and they derives a similar meaning. No, friends. Many of the questions in your international courses just differs and are based on these two words only. If you are not able to interpret only the single word in the whole question properly, your answer will become incorrect, friends. So we need to very much clear in our interpretation skills. Sir, how we can do the same? Whenever we are reading with the respective subject at our home during our preparation, we need to be very much carefully look and interpret each and every word properly. If you are not available with the meaning of the word, Google it out, write it down, friends. Near the word, mark it out, circle it out and write it down the meaning, and then try to merge the given sentence in which the word was there and the meaning, sir. Then only you will have the better clarity. In your international courses, friends, whatever my experience says, sir, as per my experience in the same, in those courses, mainly questions are based on interpretation only. How are you able to interpret the same? Substantial amount of questions comes on the basis of interpretation only. Very less question you will find in the international courses that are coming directly, friends. Very less number of questions, because friends, they expect, once again I will say, they expect an expert level of knowledge from your side. Moreover, friends, if I say that interpretation skills should be made proper, and for that continuous reading is required, friends. So we are not allowed to take the international courses in a very lenient way, sir. Not at all allowed, friends. And so for that, only the main important thing is we need to understand the approach properly. Then that when we are entering into the international courses, we should have a very professional approach, friends. We need to adopt a very professional approach, friends. And that is the reason, friends, we have come up with our today's session. This was something about the international course on and all general basis, friends. But now we will discuss that how the MCQs can be dealt in a better manner, and that can be useful to gain some extra marks, to gain some extra skill of interpreting the words given in the question and even in your study text also. So let's start with the same, friends. I will divide my particular session in three portions. We'll start with some general points for solving the MCQs. Then we will have some discussion on theoretical subjects. And then at last we will have certain type of discussion for a practical session, for a practical subjects. If I talk about general points, friends, first of all, what the students are doing and are facing a problem is that regarding the length of the question. Friends, don't get afraid with the length of the questions. Don't ever get scared with the length of the questions. Sometimes, sir, they are providing a question of 8 lines, 10 lines, 15 lines, as the case may be. Mainly they are doing this in case of your theoretical subjects. 15 lines, 20 lines they are providing in question, and at the end of that particular paragraph, they are just asking a simple thing in a one line. Whenever, friends, you are given with such a type of question, try to first of all identify what is been asked in that one single line given at the end, so that you will be able to target that on which area you are required to answer, friends. So don't ever get scared with the respective length of the question. Go with the requirement what is being asked, and then you will be able to solve the questions properly, friends. Next is, friends, if I say For general points there are certain distractors. What do you mean by term distractors, friends? When I talk about the word distractors means, friend, there are certain things given in the question which are giving an opposite reaction to the same. That means, sir, let me give you an example so you will be able to understand in a better way. There are certain words like not true that signifies the meaning false, not incorrect that signifies the word correct, that is being asked on the question. So these are known as distractors. Why they are known as distractors, friends? They are known as distractors because in the first impression that we go through the question, you will have an understanding that I need to answer from the given option that which option is true, which option is correct. But sir, this is not the case. We are not able to justify this particular word. We are not able to justify this particular word, and that's why it becomes a distractor for us, because we are thinking just about the true option given given in the 4 options, but actually we are required to identify a false option, that which of the option is not correct over here, or which is not matching any given characteristics of any particular topic, friends. So these are known as distractors, friends. And yes, international courses play a heavy role and they significantly use the distractors. Even more than one distractors are being used in a single question, friends. Even more than one distractors are being used in a single question, friends. So we need to very much careful, because many of the marks are being lost by the students due to just distractors only. Another example of distractor, except, let's say at least, which signifies the word minimum, and many other such types of words. So we need to be very much careful while dealing with the distractors given in the question, friends. Sir, how to solve the distractors? Sir, in the courses examinations, one best option is given to you in the form of flagship. You can flag your respective question. That means what can be done with the same? If you are flagging that respective questions, you can review that question after you are completing all other questions, friends. You can review your question after completing all other questions. That means you don't need to write it down somewhere that yes, out of 100 questions, my question number 99 is required to be reviewed once again. My question number 50 is required to be reviewed once again. You just need to click on that flagship button once again, and you will be given with the list that yes friends, these are the questions that you are required to review, and you will be available with the list in just a single click. So that is the very best option that is being provided in the international courses, that you can flag your question, or somewhere it is being used that mark for review. So by different words, they are providing you an option that yes, you flag your option, you review that particular question, so that you can afterwards, after completing all your answers, you will be able to solve the same very effectively. If you are getting stuck at a respective question in any of the subject, friends, please leave that question for time being. Please leave that question for time being, friend, because that question will consume your substantial amount of time, and it will have negative impact on your mindset. It will have negative impact on your mindset that will affect your other questions which are coming up, friends. So we need to be very much careful, and that's why just flag it out. Leave it, flag it out, and just move ahead. So a very best option which I consider that has been given is the flagging of the respective question, or marking for review of the respective question, friends. When you are being given with the respective question, friends, you need to effectively, and you need to constantly maintain your positive mindset, friends. Because friends, 100 questions if are there in your course, in your examination, all questions will be one after another. That means one question will be of this level, one question will be of this level, one question will be of this level, and so on, friends. They will never ever, they will keep on changing the levels. They may sometimes keep the level of question very high. But where, friends, the scaling system is being used for giving the marks, that means for each and every question you are being awarded certain marks or certain scale, and that particular answer is been converted into number of points. Harder the question, more points will be gained by you. Harder the question, more points will be gained by you. So we need to very much careful in that. So we need to constantly, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, as the case may be, whatever is the duration of our examination, we need to continuously keep our mindset positive, keep our approach positive, friends. Because constantly we need to give a tough fight to the respective institution, that yes, that given institution is there to challenge us and we are there to accept us and win the same. And so for winning the same, we need to constantly apply our mind, and yes, it will exhaust us. In the last 15 to 20 minutes, it comes to our mind that yes sir, now I'm done with the same, but don't ever try to have that approach. Just have positive mind till the end of the examination timing. So constantly you are required to maintain the positive mindset, friends. Once you are conceptually clear, once you are clear with the meaning of each and every concept, friends, no one can stop you from clearing your international courses, sir. And that's why we need to adopt such type of approach, friends. And that's why it has been positively said somewhere that if your approach is positive, your achievement is done. If your approach is positive, your achievement is almost done, friends. So we need to go with such type of approach only, friends. Next, friends, when we are dealing with the MCQs, whatever the first correct answer comes to our mind, believe that, friends. Instincts, we need to believe that, friends. Because why? Because, friends, why I'm telling this point, the reason is that when you are going through the question, many type of concepts are floating in our mind while reading the question. When you are ending that particular question, some type of answer gets stuck in your mind. I am not telling that you should just definitely go and mark that answer, mark that option only. But still you should have believed that yes sir, in the first instance, if something is coming in my mind, it will not be incorrect substantially. But yes, still we need to read our each and every options properly, and I would write here the word carefully, friends. Carefully, friends, because, friends, like your distractors that I have discussed, in one option they will give a 3-line statement in which in the first option the distractor will be used, and in the second option same thing will be there, and in that distractor will not be used. And so we need to be very much careful in that. I am writing the word carefully, that's why in such a manner, friends. Carefully interpret it, carefully give 2 times, interpret in your own mother language in your mind at what it is trying to say, friends. You will have a better understanding of what the question is asked, what the option is saying, and thus they are converging with each other or not. That we need to be very much careful, friends. So we need to be very much careful. And the next point that I would like to discuss, and which is the, I would say, the main critical aspect of this courses, is all options are correct. Or I would say, if 4 options are there, if 4 options are given in MCQ, because in some of the examination 3 options are also provided, if 4 options are given, 3 options will be correct. Yes, 3 options will be correct, friends. Mind that word. And these things mainly happens in your theoretical subjects. But what we are required to select, we are required to select the best option, friends. Which will be the best option? Put yourself in that respective shoes and you will be able to understand and give the best option. And yes, friend, that would be only the correct answer which would provide you the marks. You are required to you are required to adopt and mark the best option available in the given question, friends. All the three, or rather sometimes it might be possible that all the four options are correct, but which is the best option? Which is the best option which would be more beneficial from the company's viewpoint, from the management's viewpoint, from the internal auditor's viewpoint, from the external auditor's viewpoint, from whomsoever's mindset or from whomsoever's viewpoint the question is being asked, you need to very much carefully select that option which is the best one in the given option. So this is the main thing which is creating hurdles for the students, because students are selecting the correct option, but that may not be the best option which is being expected by the respective institute. Because as a person having a globally recognized degree, you are always expect to have the best option in your mind before solving any question. You are expect to have the best option in your mind before solving any question or before solving any problem in the given situation. So that's why best options are to be selected, and this creates a great hurdles in the life of the students. Let me give you an example. So that I would be able to justify myself in this theoretical subject. We'll move on to here. For example, in the case of let's say in the topic of internal, let's say, control, a GRC principle is there, which is governance, risk management and compliance. GRC model is there, GRC principle is there, which indicates that governance, risk management and compliance. Now, they all are interdependent on each other, interrelated with each other. Yes, friends. Now, let me give you the options which are being given. That, for example, the question is being asked in this manner: which of the following best describes the GRC model? Now let me give you options, friends. Please try to be attentive. Let me give you options. First option will be compliance, governance, risk. Okay. Second option, government, complementary, residual value. Third, governance, risk management and compliance. Fourth, compliance, risk management and governance. Sir, these four options are given to you and the question is asked that which of the following best describes the GRC model. Now friends, if we are very much clear that G stands for governance, R stands for risk management and C stands for compliance, we should be very much clear that yes, compliance word is there, risk management is there, and not risk assessment word is there, governance is there. Now friends, let's evaluate the question options. First option, compliance, governance, risk. Sir, in the first instance, if you will not read the question properly, it would seem that yes, this option is correct, but not. Where is the risk management? Only risk word is given, so this option become incorrect. Second, government, complementary, residual value. Sir, no word is there which is consisting of a GRC model, so this gone. Now third option, governance, risk management and compliance. Yes, it seems to be almost correct, but we will not move on to the conclusion that this option is correct until and unless we are done with the fourth option also, that is compliance, risk management and governance. Sir, option 3 and option 4 both seems to be correct, but best option is option 3 friends. Best option is option 3 friends. Why friends best option is option 3? Because the sequence in which the GRC is required to be understood is given in a proper manner. GRC, governance, risk management and compliance. No doubt in fourth option also all the 3 words are being provided to you, but they are not in a proper sequence. No doubt conceptually all are interrelated, no doubt, but still certain sequencing is required to be maintained, and that's why this particular option becomes incorrect friends. So this is how things are required to be considered. So this is how things are required to be considered friend. One more example I would like to discuss over here, that if I consider your best, let's say, control environment feature is described by which option? Best control environment feature, which is a topic coming under your COSO framework, that is Committee of Sponsoring Organizations framework, which is coming under internal control. So which best control environment features is described by which option? Let's first of all discuss. Let's say management's attitude, management's actions and policies and procedures, third, governance management, or let's say use the word governance, and fourth, best option, all of the above. All of the above. All of the above. Let's discuss this question. Best control environment features is described by which option? If we discuss about the control environment, which of the option gives you the best part of the same? First, management's attitude. Second, management action plan and policies. Third, governance. Fourth, all of the above. Sir, in this particular question, sir, your correct answer will be option 3. Your option 3, because under your governance, your management's attitude, your management action plans and policies, all are covered. All are inclusive of the same. Management attitude describe only attitude of the management and nothing another framework or nothing other things. Management action plans and policies describes only management action plans and policies and nothing more than that. But governance includes many things like your organization structure, your management's attitude, your management action plans and procedures, and many other things. Management responsibility, management accountability, so many things. So it is an inclusive answer which best describes the control environment. And yes, best distractor in this particular question is all of the above. This is the best distractor, friends. Distractor, it is not always that distractor will be in a negative sense only. Such type of positive distractors are also there, friends. So we need to very much carefully handle this particular thing. So these are the 2 examples through which I would like to make you understand that yes, friends, these are the ways through which we need to understand the MCQs given in respect of international courses, because these are nothing but your conceptual clarity and nothing but your interpretation skills tests, friends. So this was all about the theoretical portion that I would like to discuss over here. Last is your practical subjects. Yes, best thing, practical subjects. As I deal mainly with the subject of accountancy in the international courses, just one thing I would like to say, because many of the things I have covered in the theoretical subject portion and in your journal points. But in practical subject, only one thing I would just like to bring to your notice. Then whenever you are given with the particular balance sheet, or let's say statement of financial position, or let's say statement of P&L, or let's say any other thing, it will be given in a very long format. Sometimes it may go to 1 or 1.5 pages. So we are getting scared. That is the portion of lengthy question that we have discussed. But how to tackle that? As we have said that if you are given with a question of solving the current ratio, which says your current asset should be identified and your current liability should be identified, and both should be divided with each other. Now from the given balance sheet or from the statement of financial position or from the given statement of financial performance or the P&L statement, you are just required to identify which are the components which are useful for my question. Just ignore all other facts. Just ignore all other facts, sir. So this is how your lengthy question become very easy. Many times it has been seen that, friends, your lengthy questions are very, very easy, but we are getting scared by seeing the same. That no, sir, we will not touch upon the question. So that is what the mindset that the international courses are being playing with us on a majority basis, not in one or two questions, but in majority basis. They would like to bring down the confidence of the students by giving such types of tricks. So we need to be very much careful and we need to be very much clever while dealing with the international courses MCQs, friends. Last thing that I would discuss, that is your time management over here. Friends, limited time is there and we need to consider many other things. Many things. Like if for one question we are permitted to use only 2 minutes, in 2 minutes we are required to read the question, understand the question, we need to select the best option and many other things. But we need to be very much careful and we need to be very understandable in that particular respect that all the questions will not be of the same level. There are chances that some questions will be of very lower level that you will be able to solve it within a time frame of 10 seconds, 20 seconds as the case may be. So surplus in one question will help you to have the extra time for your another questions, because every fingers is not of the same size and all are not equal. That rule applies specifically to the MCQs also, friends. So we need to be very much careful while dealing with the MCQs, friends. So time management is very important. Do utilize your each and every minute very carefully. Even your last 30 seconds are left and you are done with all the questions, only one question is left. Keep your mind calm and just focus on that one question. It will give you the best answer. It will give you the best answer, sir. Mind my words, trust my words, friends. So at last, I would like to just say, follow the proper approach. You will definitely achieve your target. Follow the proper approach. You will definitely achieve your target. Have the positive approach. Have a positive mindset, friends. So this was all from my side. I hereby rest my session for the MCQs on or specifically for your international courses, friends. Do your best in your examination. Make your study text very well understandable, and I am very much thankful to the Navkar Institute for giving me such a platform, and best of luck for your examination, friends. Stay blessed, stay safe. Universe will definitely manifest your efforts. Universe will definitely manifest your efforts. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much.
If you like this video, share it with your friends. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more such videos and learn from our expert faculty members. Press the bell icon to get regular notifications whenever we upload a new video. Download NDI mobile app to get complete CA course online. We value your support. Thank you for watching.